for the moment. But in the meantime, what are some of your thoughts to the big stories that we're reporting at this hour? Jeffrey joins me now for a review, and I'm going to ask Jeffrey one question.
What's that?
So for the local league, which is your favorite club? Do you have any?
Yes, I have, of course. I support Aqua United.
Okay, so you're a patriotic Nigerian.
Yeah, I support Aqua United. But it's been a while I saw their live match anyway, because, you know, work, you don't have to, in the evenings or in the morning, depending on what your schedule is. But it's good to support these guys, because I remember when I was in New York, I go to the Gospel Akpabi International Stadium to see some of these matches, even the international matches as well, as much as I had time to.
You're a rare patriotic Nigerian. Most Nigerians are either for the UEFA or the English Premier League.
Well, I know the club I support in England, not in the entire Europe, just in England alone. But we're talking about local leagues, so we must support it. But before we get to what people are saying, I saw the story about the inability to serve court proceedings, I think on Abdullahi Ganduje, right?
Yeah, the former Kano governor.
It appears that this has become kind of a trend.
Starting with the former Kogi governor, right?
With the big men. You know, I remember what happened with Philip Shaibu. It was issue of being served. Although it was served, it was not a substituted service, which eventually led to his impeachment. And then Kogi State governor, which is an issue in court till now, about he was actually served in open court through his lawyer and all of this. So I don't know what's going on with the big boys and the law and being served court proceedings. But anyway, let's find out what you were saying. Motorists stranded as petrol scarcity worsens. Of course, it's day 2 or day 3 into this. Even Bukola could not get fuel. This is what Dex Brown Civil says. It's truly devastating. The price of petrol has gone up from 167 naira per litre to over 600 naira per litre. I bought for 720. And despite the immense increase, Nigerians have accepted it as their fate. However, the government has bitten off more than it can chew by indirectly causing more pain to the masses through this petrol scarcity. Isn't this an extremely difficult time for Nigerians?
Indeed it is, and we can't say that enough. This next one is from Daforel Studio, who says, yes, it's on the screen now, I saw school children, workers and business people stranded at the bus stop. Even when they finally saw a bus or keke, the high price made it impossible for them to commute because they had already budgeted their transportation money for the round trip. What has our country done to address this situation?
Whoa,
big question.
Big question.
Imagine setting out. You know, you have it all planned. In spite of the difficulty, maybe you parked your car and your money is inadequate to get you to your final destination.
Pathetic for this situation. Well, Fabulous says, few weeks ago, NNPCL did boast of having enough fuel in its reserve. Dangote fuel is expected to hit the market in a few days. So why can't we get fuel from the reserve till Dangote starts supply? The scarcity is on the government.
Well, all we know is that there is a disruption in supply chain, and Petran, we spoke with Petran yesterday, and the president said they are unable to get the product, and they're also on the lookout for information. That's what we could glean from the president.
Although we do not know the nature, they say it's a logistics problem.
Challenge.
We still don't know the nature of the logistics. Is it that NNPCL doesn't have fuel, or it has fuel, it can't offload? What exactly is the problem? We're yet to know.
And NNPC usually assures that we have enough supply to last 30 days. So did NNPC stop importation while the old stock, you know, we ran out of the old stock? That shouldn't have been the situation.
I did speak with the IPMAN National Secretary. He said, by today, tomorrow, everywhere should be wet as much as possible. Well, let's be hopeful. The only thing we can do is to be hopeful. Oye.com says, I see the queue this morning, so now I just go park the motor back for house. Simple and straight.
Well, we're in the same boat. This person says, Jenny O rather says, not again. Nah. Fuel subsidy removal, how market? Federal government should kindly re-strategize because this is not working. The masses are struggling and suffering.
Arakunri Akolade says, this is really sad. The reason for this is just unjust. Fuel is now gold. in a town that has king and is it Ijoye?
The chiefs in council, that would be Ijoye.
Okay. Ijoye, okay.
Yeah, well, I guess he's referring to the ministers or the governors, one of the two. Well, this one is from Omiachi J, who says, for a country with abundance of oil deposits to be going through this agony every time, shame on everyone. Well, no reason, definitely no reason for the derogatory language. We can put across our views as decently as possible.
Yes.
But we get your point, Omiachi.
Absolutely. So let's move on now. We understand, of course, yesterday or so that I think during the inauguration of the Labour House, the governor of Edo State, outgoing governor, we should say, because it has a few more months, less than a year to leave office after the election, Governor Godwin Obaseki has approved the new minimum wage to 70,000 naira. Edo State governors are increasing minimum wage towards the end of their tenure.
You recall that even when the minimum wage is still set at 30,000 naira, but Edo State has been paying 40,000 naira in the last couple of years. And Lagos State had cause to clarify over the weekend, by the way, that it had not implemented a minimum wage, but was following through with the adoption of 35,000 naira incentive for workers, which is what it added to workers' salaries, I believe. So what are the other states doing, you know? So it pretty much supports, you know, the point that we're making at the start of the program about palliative measures to cushion.
Former Governor Shomale also did at some point. Lesson R says, trying to make the life difficult for the incoming governor, just asking a question because I doubt he's even paying the current wage. Well, you need to find it out.
Civil servants in Edo State can either buttress that or debunk it. Now, this one is from Lesson Al, who says, trying to make life difficult for...
We've read that.
We've taken that. This one is from Daforel Studio. Wow, for real? That's the start of his message. Edo State workers don't score now with that new minimum wage. 70K now double from before, Seth. No wonder Obaseki don't they try hard to manage resources well for states. If you pay workers that kind of money, other states go see and say, see as this guy take care of business. Even some private companies know they pay pass 30K set. Well, basically just expressing surprise.
So some say
giving commendation.
Yeah, some say it's political because elections are coming. Whatever it is, the workers are excited.
And he says other states will see that this guy is, you know, taking care of business, as some private companies are even unable to pay 30,000 naira as things currently stand.
Aziz Adam says, way to go. Kudos to him. But the question to ask him is, can the incoming administration, after him, sustain 70,000 naira per month? Question. Whoever wins the election in September will be able to answer that.
And this next one is from Samuel E. Cox, who says, we should learn how to appreciate good things. This announcement hasn't got to all states, so congratulations to Edo civil servants. That's a commendation there coming from E. Cox.
Abdallah says, commendable. I hope other governors will soon follow suit. Kudos to Godwin Obaseki, Governor Godwin Obaseki says.
And Simplicity finally says, I know it's a good development, but can he pay his workers their outstanding salaries? It makes no sense to increase minimum wage when he's still owing them salaries. So are there outstanding salaries
we need to find it out.
To workers in Edo State?
We need to find out. I don't know the facts. I don't know. So I'm not going to speak to what I don't know, but we will find that out. Customers not enjoying 20 hours electricity will not pay new tariff. That's a statement from the Minister of Power. This is not the best time to be the Minister of Power because all Nigeria's problem is going to rest on your head, literally, because that sector, I don't know what it is, but we hope that they get it right. Eze Arinze says, nobody's enjoying 20 hours electricity. Last week, all the food in my fridge that I cooked with my hand and fledgling money, naira, got spoiled due to lack of electricity.
Oh dear.
Let me even tell you what
Sorry about that, Arinze, right?
Let me even tell you what happened in my area. My neighbor and I, we drove to the substation in our area, and we're like, why is everybody else having light? We don't have light. And the guy, in fact, somebody in the neighborhood who lives opposite the substation came and joined us and said, he was talking to the technical guy, said, how do you feel that this is the substation, this is my house,
and there is no power? What an irony. This one is from Adewale Damilari, who says, better if only this is feasible. The discos will be working on meeting the target to raking more money and in turn metamorphose into a better electricity supply. Best bet is to degrade people on grade A to other grades that correspond with the supply. Well, good point there, because I've always had reservations about the uneven categorization. Others who are below band A, maybe band B, C, D, E, also are entitled to power supply, adequate power supply. Everyone deserves adequate power supply because it's our commonwealth.
Well, AI Ken says, how would your payment points isolate those who do not enjoy 10 hours electricity per week in Warri South? And we just move ahead and unbundle the current discos to ensure every state has their own disco and speed up prepaid meters to all customers to fade off corrupt estimated bills.
This one is from Political Surgeon, and it's a brief one. They say, let's hope this will be implemented in full force. Hence, a lot of promises have been made in the past that weren't fulfilled.
Oh boy. All right, so this is coming from Akila Anzaku. Says this is criminality. We want all Nigerians to have 20 hours electricity because the band A customers are not angels.
Okay, on to the next talking point now, which is about the increase that you're about to experience on your DSTV subscription. And that's this is how it's captioned. The tribunal has intervened to prevent multi-choice from raising subscription fees for DSTV and GoTV services. And the first one is from Odogu Anyoma, who says, let's hope they adhere to the ruling, because the last time same happened and they ignored the National Assembly with no sanctions.
Well, Don Franklin says, good one. Let them also mandate them to charge subscribers as you go. Let each channel have amount for it so that someone can select as few or as much channels as he wants to pay for. Okay, like literally unbundling the whole channel thing.
Yeah.
All right.
This one is from Prince Ola, who says, why are they stopping them? Are they buying fuel, diesel, and other commodities for them? Well, looks like
also
Ola is very comfortable with an increase, should it come.
Well, I think what the person is trying to say, the argument has to be balanced. They are in the same economy which you are complaining about, that things are tough. Why won't you allow them also, increase their operating costs, because of operating costs, increase their fees or subscription amount. Okay, the
Tauru Strada.
I try to understand. The Tauru Strada says, good. I also expect the tribunal to make a ruling to the effect that their services should henceforth be pay as you view or pay as you view. Everybody
pay per view or pay as you go.
Yeah, pay as you view. That's the way he puts it or she puts it. Pay as you view.
Which really is tariff justice, because of the power situation. If you have subscribed currently, you can't watch because you don't have power supply, and then it goes to waste. Well, this next one is from Onyekachi Nwabweze, who says, story. Well, that's a way of saying, how do I explain that now? That you're being played, something like that. Story. DSTV is demanding I pay for 15,000 naira for compact as we speak. Now today, we dey see court order again. Against DSTV. Well, that's a lot of skepticism expressed by Onyekachi Nwabweze.
Okay, this is coming from Boldness Call. Same thing they did the last time. It's obvious they are using the same formation or format on us. A month after, they will silently increase it.
Well, this one is from Okpara Emmanuel, who says, my message to DSTV is that I no grief for them again. Well, he is promoting another brand, and he says that's loading. You have the next one.
Well, this, what did you read?
Okpara Emmanuel. So the next one is...
IBKZ says, just let each channel have their own price tag so I can choose which channel I like to watch. Make them not choose nonsense channel for me as packages again. Okay, he wants to have a choice as to how he wants to watch or she wants to watch his or her television. All right.
Now, this next one is an interesting one. It has to do with your money and where you keep it. CBN directs OPay, PalmPay, Kuda Bank, and MoneyPoint to stop onboarding new customers. And this first reaction is from Dual Code Enyan, who says, not surprised. There you have it. Banks aren't making much profit since the introduction of those online banks.
Oh boy. Omoibo says they notice that the youths are slowly dishing? Okay. Omoibo, physical and local banks, truth be told, services of these online banks, okay. Am I reading the same thing? Okay, I think they moved on to something else. I think I went to read something else. Okay.
But you're on track.
Yes.
He's pretty much saying that their services are better than the physical traditional banks.
All of these fintechs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
This one is from Oshune, who says they shouldn't think of closing the above-mentioned online banking service providers, I believe, because they have employed thousands of our youth.
Well, it's just about inclusion. It's about inclusion at the end of the day. So all of these fintechs, whether it's Kuda, MoneyPoint, all of these fintechs, they've been able to integrate the people in the lower cadre of the economy into some form of the banking system, financial system. So they are tracked, they can be tracked and all of that, and they can actually be part of the new wave of technology. So whatever has been done to them, we need to do that. But we also know that scammers use these tiers of banking to scam people. So it's just to regulate properly and to put up a proper firewall so that all of this will not happen. So you just don't throw everything away.
To ensure long-term stability beyond the efficiency of service delivery that you're currently enjoying, what about long-term stability? So perhaps it's only wise that the CBN intervenes in that area. But away from banking to the measure of petrol in your tank, how much do you have, or do you not have at all? And what's the cause of it? Exactly. That will be the first leg of our conversation this morning. So stay with us. We'll be right back.